Hello, good people of the internet. Today we're going to check out Dicey Dungeons, which is not a new game, but it has been one which people enjoyed a long time ago, and one which I've had on my list for a while. Anyway, so welcome to Dicey Dungeons, the only game show where you could win your heart's greatest desire. But will you fulfill your dreams or your nightmares? Let's find out with our host for this evening, and for eternity, Lady Luck. Thank you all, my dears, my darlings, and welcome back to my labyrinth of endless terror. Will our newest contestants win big or lose it all?
Oh, no.
Let's find out as we meet the warrior. Who's a dice? Yes, yeah, that's how this works. Tell me, warrior, what secret emptiness has driven you to risk eternal imprisonment at the hands of fate? What are you playing for today? Playing to win a monster truck and to become the strongest man in the world. Really? Inspirational. Well, you know what we say here in Dicey Dungeons. Luck might be against you, but it's too late to change your mind now. Is it? Click on the chest to walk over to it. Great, we're so good at this game. We have found a sword. Swords do damage. Take. It's an enemy. Charge. Space Marine. Okay. New contestant. Time to fire up the plasma blaster again. So we drag our dice through the sword to use it. Nice, because you used a 5 that did 5 damage. When that thing hits 0, it's going to hurt. So he's going to do 10 damage. Oh, I rolled a 1. It's okay, this happens from time to time. Warrior has a special ability. You can reroll up to 3 times a turn. Okay. A 4, try again. One more try. A 6. Let's use it on our sword. 6 damage, and then we end turn. So he has done 10 damage. When you take damage, it charges up your limit break. I see. Click on Fury to use it. Double next action. We're all charged up. I see. And I win. 1 coin and 1 experience. Apples to restore health. And we have found a battle axe. And I will take the battle axe, I suppose. Another enemy. Battle axe is more powerful than your sword, but needs 4 or less. I see. So we put the 6 in the sword, and we re-roll that, and re-roll again. There we go. I mean, it's all scripted, I guess, at the beginning in this tutorial phase. Some equipment will inflict status effects when used. It's, this fireball, for example, is going to burn, which is that symbol. Oh no. Yeah. 6 fire damage. I see. So this means it costs 2 health to use it. Interesting. Can I re-roll it? I mean... Well, first let's re-roll the 1. We get a 3, doesn't matter what we re-roll. And then we're going to re-roll the 3. Okay. So I could... if I use my Fury and do that, that's enough to kill it outright. I don't know if I even needed to. Because, yeah, I didn't need to. Anyway, I win. Congratulations, you're now level 2. Maximum health increased by 4. And I receive an extra dice. You get all your health back when you level up. Good to know. Matchstick burns 1 dice and it's reusable. Why would I want to burn a dice? Rearrange your equipment from here. Sure thing. So I got, this stuff. I mean, there must be a reason why you'd want to. Dice value +1. Cool. So we'll take that. Look, it's the exit. But, okay, so it has automatically put it into my repertoire. But first we have to kill the Jester. Kill, defeat. Jester changes equipment every turn. Hey there, friend. Your enthusiasm is adorable, but I'll let you in on a secret. It's time for you to die. Is it? If you want, you can see what the enemy's moves are here. I do want. Okay. Snowflake, freeze 1 dice, freeze 1 dice, freeze 1 dice. So does it... Okay, what does freeze do? Doesn't tell me what freeze does. I have to get frozen to find out what freeze does. So with the 4, we should stick that in there. Because we have to. We might as well stick a 6 in there. But then burns 1 dice. Is it burning my dice or his dice? Presumably it's his die. I don't need to bump it. Yeah, okay, so he has 1 burn. So if I now look, is it going to show? No. So he chose not to use his 3rd one. I had frozen 2. Turns the highest dice rolled into a 1. I see. So we kind of want to re-roll our 1s. Okay, that's not helpful too much. So what we're going to do is we're going to bump that. You're going to use that on the battle axe. And we're going to put the 6 on the sword. And then we're going to burn him with our lowest one. I am triple shocked. What does shock do? Temporarily disables random equipment. You can use a dice to unshock. That's annoying. So I have a choice. Because if I use a die to... I mean, that would do 8 damage, so I'm better to do that, right? But then, do I keep the die? Or do I need to spend it? Like, is it going to automatically unshock itself? We'll see. And now he's going to be burning. Which, you know, is the first time he's actually been doing damage. Which is fine. Still don't have Fury. Ready on 8 XP. So that's only going to be 4. It's fine. We will do these things. I mean, we'll do that because that's something we're definitely going to do. Reroll the 2 into a 6. That's fine. Could have sworn it was time for you to die. Is my watch wrong? What time do you make it? You win. 1 coin, 2 XP. I assume there'll be a shop at some point. And then we go to the exit. And okay, so now there's like various choices. This is 5 health, which I do not need at the moment. There's a wizard and a stereo head, and there's a shop. So let's go fight this guy. Stereo head is weak to shock. I don't have any shock, do I? His moves. He will do damage, and this weakens the enemy. So I will be less strong. I haven't used bump because I haven't needed to. And this has to be even. Anyway, So he burned. He does 4 damage. I'm weakened. He only did it once though. Why did he use his burn dice then? I do not know. AI, right? Anyway, weakens random equipment. Equipment becomes less powerful. Okay, so I have bump minus, so it's now got a max of 3. Which is fine. We'll stick that in there. We're going to re-roll. That's 3 can be bumped. That's a 5. I think... Oh, that would just kill him. That's fine. Needs to pay attention to his HP. Anyway, we are now level 3, maximum health increased by 4, and also we have been healed, right? Choose a reward. So I can either have spiked shield, max 5. If it's even, it does damage. If it's odd, it gives me shield. Or boomerang, which does 2 times damage to the enemy, but also damage to myself. Why would I want to do damage to myself? I think I'm just better with the shield, right? Although that takes up less space. Interesting. But this is maybe better than my sword, because it gives me more options. Although, I say it gives me more options, it just means I would maybe be doing less damage. I don't know. If I look at my equipment, I could change, like these two. Because giving him burn is just like doing 2 damage to him, and that's the only one with an even requirement. So, in my eyes, it's kind of wasting a dice. We're probably going to get something better now anyway. Bump. I suppose we can take it. Or we don't really need 2 bumps, but fine. And we can then go to the shop. A new adventurer. Come in. Welcome to Dungeon Supplies for You. I've got some great stuff in stock. I need socks, weapons, a small houseplant. So we can have target shield. Are these all cost? Oh no, 332. We can have snowball, claw, or target shield. So we can have poison damage. Or shield. Which adds the shield to... Alright, so, but it's max 2. It's not very good. Or I can freeze damage to them. I don't think any of these are things I want. Maybe the poison. But I'm not going to use it just yet. So, I don't know. It'd just be buying it for the sake of it. I want to see... I suppose there's 6 floors. Let me see what other shops bring. Go fight the wizard. And he has a lot of different moves. I don't know how many dice he has. 1. So he can only do 1 of these things. But they're quite powerful. Okay. What do we want to do? So we're going to stick a 4 in there, because that's the max of that. If it's odd, it gives us a shield. Well, let's do the damage. So I don't know, let's give us a shield. I have 5 shield. Blocks incoming damage. So he rolled a 1. And he's frozen me. So shield does nothing for freezing. Okay, we're going to stick the 3 in there. There's 6 in there. And the 2 in here. And that just does enough damage to kill him. Fighting you many more turns. Yes, maybe. There's an apple here, which we don't need because we're full health. Yeah, see? Well, that's a waste of an apple. Never waste your apples. We start here. We could make our way... Is this an upgrade place? Let's go fight the fireman. Or the pirate, because the pirate's easier. Let's re-roll the 2. And then the 3. Want to get a 4? Nope, that's made it worse. Things can get worse. Their moves are damage and damage plus burn. So we could do with a shield. We'll definitely stick that in there. Let's give us a shield. Not that we need it, because there's health around, but fine. Oh, okay, so that reduces the cost, but he hasn't done enough this turn. Right, straight in for 4 damage now. Reroll the 1. Try your luck again. I said try your luck. There we go. But now it's too high. Tried it too hard. Ironically, the 3 would have only given us a shield, so but it would have saved us damage. Anyway, just do 6 damage and that will end the battle. So we can get the health back, but we don't need to. We'll do that after. Crystal Sword, do 3 times the damage, but only once per battle. And I assume, like, I can't... Like, I could... Do I want to do lots of damage? Don't know. It would be nice to have smaller things. And shield. It was nice having the shield. But I just want to try it out. Because doing 15 damage seems quite good. Weak to ice. Okay. Reroll, please. And again. Okay, so we're definitely going to use that. 15. We could re-roll this, but it's maybe risky. Because it could go down or it could go above 4, so let's just use it. And the next time we'll be able to kill him. He has 4 dice. Okay, 4 burn, but it doesn't really matter. Even though we've hit our limit break. Because we're just going to do this. And I win. And we level up. So we still don't need the health. And we get an extra dice. Nice. New dice is nice. Yes, coming in. I don't think we've met. I'm Ned. I'm in charge of equipment around here. Hello, Nerd. You gonna say anything else? No, we get a choice to upgrade. Okay. So, Sword Plus. Do that plus 1 damage. So just gives us an extra one of those. This will make it smaller, but that doesn't make it smaller. And that will make that smaller. I mean, surely the Crystal Sword is like the Battle Axe. Oh no, it's because it's once per battle. But still, let's upgrade that. Or the battle. Doesn't really matter, because it's just making it smaller. At the moment, we're using them. So I go into my backpack. We can have a bump or the matchstick. Let's go with a bump. I mean, we'd have the spiked shield back in there. If we needed. Or if we had the space for it. In fact, we have more dice than we need at the moment, I suppose. Strong against poison. Good for it. We use the ones which have the max values that we've already rolled. Try one more. There we go. So we're 5 damage away. In fact, I could have killed him with that if I was paying attention and realised that I had that. But I think this is the last enemy on the level. It doesn't really matter, because there's health on the level as well. You know, the random apples about. Let's go to the shop. We now have 8 gold. Snake Eye Charm. Roll 2 ones. Just had the delivery of some very stylish scarves. No, just the fighting stuff. Fair enough. So I can shock enemies. Yeah, I could do. I mean, if I had these things, I would know, and I, you know, remembered what the enemies were weak to. That could be useful, but at the moment I do not remember that. I don't understand this. If Snake Eye Charm means I rolled 2 ones, but additional ones, or I don't really understand it. At some point we're going to need to buy something, so let's buy this. Is that it? There isn't... Oh no, I can go back in. It just assumes you don't want to. Alright, anyway, we'll fill up on health. Oh no, well, it doesn't use it. Fine. And then what are we doing? Rhino Beetle or the Sorceress? Let's go there. Lower enemies first. And I have the limit break. But I can probably, because that's 15 if I get that. Plus 8 is 23, 29. Like maybe I should use it on the level 4 enemy. Don't know. Let's no, re-roll the ones first. 6. 5. We'll do that. What moves do you have? Damage. And get a new dice. Nice. And re-roll the 2 into another 2, but we'll just bump you. Do we want to do this in one? It's fine, I'll take some damage. Save the Fury, even though we don't really need to. I'm clearly a saver gamer. I never use potions until, or, you know, whatever else I have. Well, that's enough anyway. There we go. Thanks for the fight or whatever. Side eye gear. This place is the worst. I don't know. I'm enjoying the game. I win. So I could go heal myself. Let's go to the shop first. This is the trading post. You can trade something here if you absolutely insist. Your nightstick for her shovel. Inflict weaken. On 6 damage, inflict 1 weaken. Now I kind of like the nightstick better than that thing. Is it the same? It's the same. Okay. These are both level 4. So I'm going to fight this guy first, maybe. Or this. No, because I can then go get this. I have the limit break. If I roll a 5, said if I roll a 5, which we do not. I mean, I can bump the 4 into a 5. And put it on here and do 30 damage. And then we'll be doing 36, 42. Yeah. Instant. Oh no. Add the Fury first. There we go. And 6 damage, and another 6 damage. Easy. I heard the ping of something. Maybe an achievement was unlocked. Who knows? We shall, the hammer, do electric damage on 6, inflict 1 shock. Well, we will take it. Don't know if we're going to use it. Are we going to level up in 4 stars? So we might as well use the health now. Because even if we don't level up after this fight, then we will level up soon afterwards. What moves do they have? Do 2 times damage, and also they will be able to lock a die. I see. Well, reroll 1 into a 4. I mean, that should be good enough, because I can use the bump to change that into a 5. Use you, and get the max value out of all of those things. So that's, well, good enough anyway, because that bumps into a 4. And we're not quite there yet, but we'll be there soon. Beetle Headbutt may be coming now. And the die is locked. Again, I could do complicated things, but we could just hit him. A win, and 4 experience. Do I get the same experience as the number of the enemy? Like, level? Don't know. I can't remember if I got it for the last enemy. I thought I only got 3, but maybe I'm wrong. Health has increased and been refreshed. Choose a reward. So we can either upgrade equipment or get Shield Bash, which needs doubles. And bash with the shield. Do shield damage. I want to upgrade. I think upgrades are more powerful. So I can't upgrade that. The Battle Axe makes it smaller. The bump, I get 2 uses. But if I make that smaller, then I will be able to have another small thing. So we upgrade that then. Go to our backpack. I'm going to stick that down there. Not that it really matters. And we can have the shock thing. Shocks the enemy. I mean, this one does damage to them, but shocking them is good as well. The swap thing. Yeah. Just checking it wasn't different. The levels are getting bigger. We'll definitely go this way, because that's the only way we can go. Fight the Wicker Man, which is going to be burning. Yeah, weak to fire. I don't know if there's a way to check that before the battle. I have the limit break. Let's re-roll. I said we will re-roll. You just keep giving me the same sort of numbers. 4. Well, let's bump. We will Fury our crystal. And then we'll do max damage and win in 1 turn. Excellent. My thanks to you. Upgrade. What are we going to upgrade? So these ones I can't upgrade. The Nightstick shocks the enemy reusable. Oh, it can be any thing. Or bump. Or what's in the backpack? Like, do any of these become better? That just has no max. It's not that much of an improvement, because it's just going from 5 to 6. And again, that just takes off the even. That makes that smaller, which does damage and can inflict shock. Maybe I'll get that then. Yes. And now we can swap. Okay, we can even go to the chest. P shooter. Do 2 damage, and it's reusable. But for 5, I suppose if you got leftover dice, that's, or dice. If you got leftover dice, then it's useful. Right, the level 5 singer who sung all of our dice into 1s. 6, 6, 6. The number of the beast. Well, we can't use this. That's fine. We also can't use that. I mean, we can. We'll use this one. Not the best damage, though. Anyway. End turn. And their shocked one. Disables random equipment. Yes. But they have plenty of dice. And they weakened my bump. And also this one. Oh no, they weakened too. I see. Okay, well that has a max of 5 anyway. In fact, we're going to stick you in there. 15 damage. The 4 makes sense to do with that, because that's the max anyway. We'll re-roll. I suppose we'll do the damage. Or do I want to do shocky damage? Like, are you weak to anything? I wasn't listening if they were weak to anything. I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it? Especially when I can do both of the damages. Forgot about that. Anyway. On to the next one. These have 8 health in them, so I can save it. The Paper Knight. Maybe I shouldn't have saved it. Weak to fire. And I can't change on the fly, can I? Probably not. I could make a guess before the turn. That would be sensible. Anyway, we'll keep re-rolling. A 5 is useful. Let's use the 5 on the crystal sword. That, and we'll use the 4 there, because that's the max for that. And then, again, it doesn't really matter which way we do it, I don't think. But we'll bump the other one and do 4 and 4. Oh, it does say at the top all the time. So they locked one, and they locked the 6. Oh, now I have the limit break. Right, well, we'll be re-rolling then. Right, well, I don't want 2s. Let's inflict shock on him. Bump that. Oh, and I didn't use my fury. Anyway, next turn, for sure. I mean, you'd still be able to use it. I'm not close to leveling up, am I? Don't think so. I don't know why I'm doing this. Just do the damage. Well, I am relatively close. It's fine. I could leave the level now. Let's go all the way back to the beginning to get the health. As we like traveling long distances. In the shop, we can buy an apple, or we can buy a hammer, which we already have, or we can buy an upgrade. And I like upgrades, don't I? You can only upgrade things once, or is that a... because we're on like the first run or something? That'll do 1 damage. Is there anything better that we can upgrade in the... Pea shooter will do 4 damage. And it's reusable. So if you're getting 6s, then... you know, I have enough things to use. That's not a problem. Bump. I mean, I can... extra uses of bump, maybe. Oh, didn't I buy it? It just made sense to use the one that was in the hand. Anyway. Is this going to use the health if I walk past it? Let's see. No. Well, let's hope that we don't lose or anything. Although we are immediately going to use our new bump. And we're going to Fury our crystal sword to smack him some. We're going to use the battle axe to smack him some more. And we could just use it as it is, right? But we want to risk... oh, whatever, who cares? 5 damage, 4 damage. And you're dead. I'm now at the max level. Level 6 is the max level. Again, is that a temporary thing? I have an extra dice. I mean, like, a restriction of the class, or the fact that we haven't been doing other levels. Warrior versus Madison. So there's nothing else except to do this. Maybe I should have kept my Fury. Hi, Madison. I'm 12 years old, and I'm here to make sure you lose. Nice to meet you, Madison, I guess. Okay, so no Fury. Maybe I will save this then. Because if we're getting lots of Fury, then it'll be useful to use later on. Let's reroll. We have lots of 5s. I mean, I'll just bump, and then I'll use this and this. I assume you can't bump it. Do I? Let me just see if I can get another 6, just to see what happens. No. It won't hurt me too much. Oh, it does give you a 6 and a 1. Interesting. Anyway. Again, we could use this, but I want to see if I start getting Fury, then that'll be better to use it as a Fury. Okay, so yeah, Fury's almost full anyway. That's kind of what I was getting at. So I can use this 3 times and they do 3 plus 1 damage. Interesting. I have 1 burn dice. And... well, all I'm going to do is going to bump that to do the 8. We're going to bump this, shock them, and then do that. And then, again, I could do that. And next turn it'll be a bit overkill. But I can't kill them now, so there's no point doing it now. Even though I had the right dice. Okay. And then I can just do it in 1 hit. When it doesn't really matter. So, just because we can do it in 1 hit. I mean, not 1 hit, but 1 dice action. Anyway, congratulations. Your very first victory. Am I super strong now? Well, no. But look, you're off to a great start. You've beaten a whole episode. Just 35 increasingly difficult episodes to go. Increasingly difficult, yeah. And of course, every time you beat an episode, you get the chance to spin the wheel. And if the wheel ends up on a star, you get to leave the dungeons and take home your heart's desire. I assume that we're... oh yeah. Sorry, I wasn't chanting either. I assume that the, there's no chance of us landing on the star, and we always land on the skulls. Or the car. No prize this time. Plenty of episodes to come. So yeah. Episode 1 complete. With the warrior, so you can go up to 6 difficulties, and then there's other characters. Unlock the thief. Difficulty 1. And the thief is difficulty 2. I see. Anyway, this is Dicey Dungeons. If you enjoy the video, please leave a like. Especially if you want to see me play this again. I probably will play it again, but you know, if you want to see me do it. If you want to see more like this, there are plenty of things like this on the channel, so please subscribe for more. It really does help. But I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.